Hey friends, welcome back to Essentially Jessie. Today I'm going to share with you 10 fragrances for 10 occasions. So let's get to it. Today we're going to talk about 10 great fragrances for 10 different occasions. Of course, I've got a couple of honorable mentions. Don't forget to drop me a comment below. Let me know what your 10 for your 10 occasions are. Did I miss an occasion? Let me know if you want me to come up with another top 10 list of 10 other occasions. I know these are kind of crazy times and we're having different occasions. So let me know your thoughts. The first occasion that I have is the office. I feel like we're all kind of going back to the office, and I picked Tom Ford's Metallique. This is a really nice but very unique fragrance. It smells like metal. I don't know how they get this to smell so metallic, but it's not overwhelming. It is really a lovely fragrance. I love the packaging. I mean, the mixed metals, it's just really pretty. So Metallique was really trending this summer, even though we were all inside. This is a nice lay around the house scent as well. The notes on this are pink peppercorn, heliotrope, and balsam. I think it's the powderiness of this that makes it smell metallic. This is a great scent for the office because it's not overwhelming, but it's beautiful and still unique, but not over the top unique. So Tom Ford Metallique, great fragrance for the office. This is technically a unisex fragrance. I feel like it leans a little more feminine, but as always, everyone is free to wear whatever they want, whenever they want. This is just my pick for the office. Next up, we have Day Date fragrance. This honestly is one of my right now favorite fragrances. This is TriBeCa by Bond No. 9, and yes, I bought the larger bottle. This is to die for. I would love this for a day date. Honestly, I love to play golf. Oddly enough, do you guys have any hobbies? Do you have a fragrance that you wear when you do your hobby? This is my golf fragrance. I don't really know why, other than the fact that I just love wearing it. This is a really interesting fragrance because it is sweet and it is a little bit powdery, but it's not over the top anything. You're not going to get a huge dose of roses or a huge dose of caramel or anything like that. I feel like this is more of a summer scent, but I'll be wearing this in the winter too. This is a great day date fragrance because it's not over the top, but it is noticeably different. It's not oud, it's not anything crazy. This is definitely a safe blind buy. The notes in this are cacao absolute, green hazelnut, jasmine sandback absolute, cedarwood, ambroxan, musk, and caramel. So while it's not an overdose of caramel, and I love caramel this time of year, and maybe that's why I feel like it kind of will roll well into fall and winter, even though it's obviously white. I think this is the newest release from Bond No. 9. You really need to get your nose on it. This is a great fragrance for a day date. I just love it. It's not overwhelming, like I said. It's just a really nice fragrance, very classy. Next up is my night date fragrance. So as I was going through my collection and really thinking about what do I enjoy wearing on a date, this was love at first sniff. This is Mancera's Oud Vanille. This is a gorgeous, sweet oud. It's not a rosy oud. A lot of the ouds that I have are oud plus rose because those things go really well together. This is definitely a synthetic smell. I shared this with one of my friends and he loved it. This is a unisex fragrance. It is sweeter, but it is a really nice fragrance. The cap on these Manceras actually screw on and off, which is really unique. Most all of their bottles, if not all of their bottles, are shaped like this. I love the colors on it, and it is a really nice fragrance. This is Beast Mode. This has great longevity. I get a lot of compliments whenever I wear this fragrance, even through a mask. The notes on this are oud and spices, floral notes, woody notes, sandalwood, and intense vanilla. So the notes don't really tell us a lot about what's in here. It almost smells like caramelized sugar with a little oud. This is unisex, it's beautiful, it's great on a man or a woman. I feel like it leans a little more feminine, but I do have male friends who wear this and rock it. So Oud Vanille is great for date night. This probably would be a little overwhelming during the day. I still wear it during the day. Next up, we have my choice for a wedding. You all know that Mon Guerlain, my sad little amount that I have left, is one of my all-time favorite fragrances. This is probably my signature scent, maybe moving more towards the TriBeCa at this point, but this is great for a bride or as a guest. It's not overwhelming. You're not going to be the star of the show unless you overspray, and this would just be a great fragrance. If I was getting married today, this is what I would wear. If I was going to a wedding today, this is probably what I would wear. This is a great, sweet, unique, but still crowd-pleasing fragrance. I can't wait to repurchase this and get the larger size. So, wedding fragrance, Mon Guerlain by Guerlain. I had to throw in a party fragrance because while we're social distancing, people are still partying, let's be real. So this is a great fragrance. This is Oud for Greatness. I've done a full review on this. It is amazing. It's so good. I love this. So this is one to get you noticed even through a mask. This is full on beast mode, great longevity. If you're going to a party at 9 p.m., this will last you until 3 a.m. Heck, it'll probably still be on your skin the next morning. It is beautiful. This is not a safe blind buy. This is unisex, and it is an incredible fragrance. You can check out my full review on Initio's Oud for Greatness in the description box below. Next up, we have my interview fragrance. This is Coco Mademoiselle by Chanel. This is really a crowd pleaser. It was interesting this weekend. I actually sprayed this on one hand and something else on the other. I can't even remember what it was. And I asked my man, I was like, which one do you like? And he really liked this one. This is a really interesting fragrance. It is one that when you smell it, you know instantly that it's Coco Mademoiselle. I do have the intense version of this. I like them both. I feel like this is probably more interview appropriate because it's not as overwhelming. Don't overspray this though for your interview because it is pretty stout. I would say 1 to 2 sprays is probably good. It will last all day. If you have an interview or a series of interviews during the day, this is going to be 1 to 2 sprays and you're good all day. It's not offensive, it's not piercing. It is really, really lovely, but it also kind of makes a statement of confidence and just that you're ready to take on the world, that you're ready for the job, that you're ready to do the work. So I feel like this is a very confident fragrance and would be great for an interview. This is Coco Mademoiselle by Coco Chanel. Next up, I love doing this because I loved going through my fragrances and thinking, and I call them fragrances because a lot of them are unisex. So while I would consider this a perfume, I would probably consider Oud for Greatness a fragrance just because it is unisex, and I really appreciate that because sometimes I'm in the mood for something that leans maybe a little more masculine, and sometimes I'm in the mood for something that leans very feminine. This is Benevolence by House of Sillage. When I was coming up with my list, I thought, what is a fragrance that's just warm, inviting, getting close to people, cuddling, something along those lines. Date night in, maybe? So this is really, really good. This is a really nice fragrance. This is definitely a safe blind buy. I love the little cupcake. I love everything about it. It's not over the top. It's not overwhelming. I did a full review on this fragrance on my channel. This is a safe blind buy. I wouldn't say that this is unisex. It's pretty feminine. But I did a full review on this fragrance and I'll link that also in the description box below. This is Benevolence by House of Sillage. If nothing else, it looks gorgeous on your tray or on your nightstand or wherever you keep your perfumes. Next up, let's talk about bonfires. Let's talk about being outside. Let's talk about social distancing outside. Tom Ford's Black Orchid is my go-to. We're already talking about s'mores and roasting hot dogs, bonfires. I'm sure there'll be tons of outdoor gatherings this fall instead of things that we would normally do inside. This is a beast when it comes to projection. This is a beast when it comes to longevity. And if you're going to be outside and you want to get noticed, this is the fragrance for you. This dries down to a warm vanilla that is beautiful. I've actually done a full review on this one as well. Several of these have full reviews and I'll link those in the description box below. This is a beast for bonfires, outside, all things fall. I'm so excited to wear this fragrance because it really is more of a fall leaning fragrance, fall, winter, because it is such a beast. So this is my top pick for anything outdoor, but I kind of like the idea of a bonfire. Okay, so some of us are starting to travel and I have two that I really like because I couldn't pick just one for vacations. Are you going to the beach? Are we going to the mountains? Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be cold? So for a warm vacation, I chose Good Girl Gone Bad by Kilian. This is a beautiful bottle. So the main notes are osmanthus, orange blossom, and tuberose. This is a really pretty, but I feel like really light, even though it's called Good Girl Gone Bad. I feel like the white bottle is really appropriate. I love the packaging for Kilian fragrances. I feel like this is a nice fragrance for vacation, especially vacation at the beach. This is a crowd pleaser. These are kind of pricey, coming in around $240, very pricey. I would pick up a sample of this before I blind bought it, but it is a really nice, I really think crowd pleasing. I think it's a safe blind buy. We're gonna go ahead and say it's a safe blind buy. This would be great for a vacation at the beach. This would work for a lot of different occasions. I have a friend, this is her signature scent. It's really nice. So if you can get your nose on Kilian's Good Girl Gone Bad, do it. But then there's cold vacation. So this is Kayali Vanilla 28. This is a straight up vanilla. It is boozy. It is just so creamy and vanilla. This is gonna be great if you're going snow skiing, if you're going anywhere just cold weather, snuggled up. This doesn't have the greatest longevity, but it is a beautiful fragrance. I also like to layer this with other fragrances like Viktor and Rolf Spice Bomb. If I'm wearing that, it is a masculine fragrance. It's a men's cologne, but I like it, so I wear it. So if I want to make it a little more feminine, I'll add this to it. I just feel like this gives things a little kick, or that sweetness, that vanilla. It's really pretty. Again, longevity on this isn't stellar, but if you layer it with something else, it is very nice. And you can always go heavy on the trigger. On fragrances that aren't so long lasting, I typically spray them on my clothes and on my skin to give them a little extra boost. And lastly, I have my brunch fragrance. So we're starting to go out with friends. We're starting to get out more. We're starting to mostly stay outside, I think. I feel at restaurants, and this is a beast for brunch. So if I'm brunching outside, Baccarat Rouge 540 X Straight is my go-to. Any kind of lunch, brunch, you guys know I love this fragrance. I just love it. It's so good. It's beautiful. It's sweet. It's technically also a unisex fragrance. I know a lot of guys wear this, a lot of girls wear this. I feel like you have to be a pretty confident man to wear this because it is so sweet, but it is really nice on a man or a woman. This is beast mode though. So if you go heavy, you want to be having brunch outside. Ariana Grande's Cloud is also kind of a dupe, so they say, for Baccarat Rouge 540. This is my not so beast mode indoor brunch suggestion. So whether you're brunching indoor or outdoor, you have options. This also is a lot less expensive and more, this is a lot more affordable than the Baccarat Rouge 540. They smell kind of in the same realm, but This one is definitely more beast mode, and this one is a little bit lighter. There's not quite as much going on in this one, but this is still a great fragrance and a great value. Thanks so much for watching my top 10 for 10 occasions. I have other top 10 videos. I'll link those in the description box below. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and the little notification bell to be notified of all future videos. Smell you later.